Welcome, my beautiful people, to this week in review. Super excited about this week in review because today I am going to make the announcement that I've been teasing and talking about for at least a month now. But before I get to that announcement, that big announcement, let me just go over what I normally do in the week in review. Now, I'm not going to answer any questions today because I want to really focus on the announcement. But I promise you that next week in review, I'll answer at least 2 questions. So to begin, let me go over the revenue. Rental revenue is $78,429.98. Miscellaneous revenue came in at $12,494.99. Our booking sources for this week, we came in at number 1 at 64.7%. Booking.com came in at number 2 at 19%. We have HomeAway came in at 7.6%. I'm sorry, let me take that back. Booking.com was at 16%. HomeAway is at 7.6%. And then Marriott and Airbnb tied at 5.9%. This week, we had no issues, so I'm not going to be talking about issues or challenges this week. Thankfully, it's been quiet, other than the fact that I have been super busy, and only because I've been been focusing on getting this announcement that I'm about to make off the ground, swamped. I mean, I've been working from 7 in the morning, oftentimes till 11 and midnight at night for at least the last month and a half. But anyways, moving on. So, as I'm progress, the Miami property, we stumbled into a minor issue. We got delayed with licensing, so that won't be up and running. I really wanted to have the photos and be live and announce that on this week in review, but it looks like we're probably 2 weeks off. The city's taking much longer than I wanted them to and that we expected them to. So that's been a challenge. So that property's still not live. Everything else is done with the exception of the Georgia property. I'm actually going to be leaving to be up there today. I'm leaving as soon as I get done here. I'm heading up to Georgia to start focusing on that. My team up there already started the construction on the tiny houses. Again, thank you guys that participated in the survey. So I know I announced which one we're doing, which was the number 2 house. A lot of people wanted me to do one of each. We just find it easier to do the same. And those, here's one of the things you guys need to understand. It'll be cool if I had 3 different ones, but the problem by building 3 different ones, that means I have to buy, there's 3 different designs, 3 different plans, furnishing is going to be different. So it makes it much easier to do it all the same. That way I only have to buy, like one paint, whatever the paint is, it's going to be the paint for everything. The bedrooms, everything's going to be designed the same. So I have to, everything that I buy for one it's the same for the other 2. So it makes it much easier. And for me, time is money. So if I were to do 3, it'll take me longer to do the 3. So by doing all the same, I can finish in literally probably 2/3 of the time that it would take me if I would have done all 3. So that's that with that property. Oh, I want to mention, because a couple of people asked me why I'm so excited about the Georgia property. Here's why I'm excited about the Georgia property, and has nothing to do with money. Because at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to be, I bought it at a phenomenal price. So in the long run, it's a great investment. But in terms of cash flow, it's not going to be that great. People, it's in Valdosta, Georgia, It's not like it's Miami, right? So I don't think, it's going to cash flow. So let me say that it's going to cash flow, but the numbers are not going to be like super wow. People are not going to say, wow, that's impressive. Nah, it's I anticipate to make at least between an 18 and 20% return on my cash. which is good, but it's nothing wow about it. But anyways, but the reason why I love the property, it's just a beautiful property. It's new. The vineyard is something new for me, and I want to learn the wine business. So here's my strategy with that. Because I know nothing about the wine industry, or even running, or even growing grapes, right? I don't know anything about that. I hired someone to do it, but more importantly, I leased the land. So the land on the growth side, right? That is leased to a local winery. They're currently harvesting our grapes. Some people that are on here that had asked me about it, I actually sent them a couple of bottles of wine so they can taste what the wines are. Now keep in mind, that winery is not mine. The grapes are mine, and they're producing the wine using our grapes, but the actual label and the actual wine product isn't mine. But hopefully in 2 years, 3 years down the road, when I'm not as busy and I've learned the industry, I may start labeling my own wine. So that's something down the road though. But I'm excited about that. It is a beautiful property. I'm super excited to go up there and just work, because where my office is, or it's actually a big study. I have a huge window that overlooks all the grapes, overlooks most of the property. It's just beautiful. And if you've seen some of the pictures, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, the big announcement, people. Let's watch this video. I am super excited to announce that PMI has PMI Premium Service has partnered with Dream Vacations. Dream Vacations, if you haven't heard about it or don't know anything about Dream Vacations, it is one of, if not the largest vacation travel agency, definitely in South Florida. But I think nationwide, we have a very good footprint nationwide. And here's why I partnered with them. Number one, they sponsored this channel. So I'm so happy that I got my first sponsorship of this channel. And the reason I partnered with them is there's several reasons, but here are the key points. Number one is their footprint, right? They're very well known in the industry. They so well known in the industry, and I'm going to go into some of the add value that they have, but they're known in the industry. As I mentioned, they're the largest, if not the largest, travel agency here in South Florida. And it's great synergy with my business, right? I mentioned this before when I talked about those of you that have mastered the short-term rental business, that you should always be looking to add layers to your company. So for example, those that know and follow this channel, you know that I have the real estate investment side, I have the management and short-term rentals, I have the management side of short-term rentals. I also have what it takes to manage that, right? So we have the landscaping company, we have the pest control, we have the cleaning crew, right? We have the maintenance. All of that stuff is owned by us, it's managed by us, and it's our people, right? So I wanted to add, and for a while I've been looking for a partnership with a travel agency, because I want to give our guests, and more importantly, I want to increase our direct booking and be less dependent on OTAs. And one of the ways to do that is by increasing our database, increasing our email list, and by partnering with a company as large as Dream Vacation, with the reputation that Dream Vacation has, and the broad scope of vacations that we can sell. It was a no-brainer for me to partner up with them. So here's the add value. If you are a short-term rental owner, like if you own a property and it's a short-term rental, as an owner, right, now you're going to have a greater chance to have your property occupied at higher rates, because I can't express how much bigger our database is now. If you look at our booking source, we're at 64%. With this database and this network that we're going to have now with Dream Vacations, we're going to be able to occupy our properties at even greater numbers, right? I firmly believe that in 2, maybe 3 years from now, the only OTA they'll probably be booking on our properties is probably going to be Airbnb, and only because they continue to grow and they have a huge footprint. But majority of our bookings are going to be done through our direct website, and that's because of that direct relations. In addition, if you are someone looking to vacation in Florida, now we can do it all. We can book your flights here. You can get here. We can book your rental car. We can book your excursions, and it's not just in South Florida. Our footprint is going to be even larger in Europe and in South America. So, especially for my South Americans out there who don't have a visa to travel to the U.S., now you're going to have the ability through us to find cruises that cater to you, find vacations in Europe that cater to you, and you're going to have a trusted ally it's going to walk you through the process, and we'll be with you from start to finish. And when I say from start to finish, I mean from the moment you give us a call that you're looking to go on vacation, we can give you the best deals, send you to the best locations with people that have been there, done that, know the area, give you all the ins and outs. While you're there, we're going to be there with you, but obviously we're not going to be vacationing with you, but we will have our staff available 24/7 by phone, that you can call us. You have any questions, any recommendations, or anything that you need while you're there. And then when you come back, we're going to be there as well, right? And as I mentioned, here's where the biggest add value that we're going to give to you, right? Either the guests, and as I mentioned, this also includes owners. If you're an owner, you can be part of our network. Meaning, if you guys, everyone will, at some point, we'll take a vacation, right? Because of our alliance, because of our partnership with Dream Vacations, and because of Dream Vacations footprint, the value that we're going to be able to give you is second to none. For example, if you book a cruise with us, you're going to get the lowest rate on whatever cabin or category you're going to get. You're going to most likely get a onboard credit. You're going to have, like I said, if you're leaving out of Miami, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, leaving out of Port Canaveral, leaving out of the Port of LA, if you want to stay extra, you're going to be able to do that. We're going to give you huge discounts to stay before and after your cruise at our properties. Anyways, one of the things that I want you to look out for is that we're going to be rebranding ourselves. Again, because we're no longer just a short-term rental company, we're going to be able to provide a much larger base in terms of vacation sales. So if you want to learn more about what we're doing in the future, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my Instagram channel, because now those that subscribe to that channel are going to have even greater value, because we're going to be, like, for example, we're giving away a $10,000 vacation. The link for that giveaway is down below. The website to our travel agency is down below as well, to Dream Vacations. If you have any questions, leave them below. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.